You hear that, trackies? WhatsApp again. How many people do we know in Jamaica have been caught because of WhatsApp? Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Please also head on over to our Instagram page, that's TXT Track Time, and give us a follow there as well. The link will be in the description. Now trackies, in 2022, Blessing Okagbare was given a 11-year ban. Yes, I did not stutter. 11 years, which pretty much means that that's a career-ending ban, considering that at the time she was 34, which means that the ban runs until she is 45. So yes, pretty much career-ending. However, at the time, I don't recall much details being given as to the reason why she was given such a lengthy ban. Now, clearly it had to be grave. However, I don't recall much details being given. However, trackies, what I'm about to read to you is the shocking and ghastly truth as to how Blessing Okagbare arrived at this point, bringing down her fellow Nigerian Divine Oduduru, who is now 27 and received a 6-year ban. And as far as I'm concerned, that is another career-ending ban. Now, Divine Oduduru boasts personal best of 9.86 and 19.73 for the 100 meters and the 200 meters respectively. On the 12th of October 2023, Divine Oduduru was banned for 6 years by a 3-member disciplinary tribunal for committing 2 anti-doping rule violations of possession of a prohibited substance and the attempted use of a prohibited substance or method and ordered to pay World Athletics US $3,000 towards the expenses regarding the case. Now, the ban takes retroactive effect from the 9th of February 2023, which is the date on which the Nigerian sprinter was provisionally suspended, and runs until February 8th, 2029. While all his results from July 12, 2021 until the date of his provisional suspension have been disqualified. Yes, trackies, they have literally wiped his slate clean from July 12, 2021 until this point. Now, trackies, the details are as follows. Now, I want y'all to ensure that you watch the video until the end because this information is pretty damning. Now, the case arose out of a criminal investigation into Eric Lira, who earlier this year became the first person to plead guilty under the U.S. Rodjenko Anti-Doping Act to providing performance-enhancing drugs to Olympic athletes in advance of the Tokyo Olympic Games. The initial complaint issued by the U.S. Department of Justice against Lira in January 22 made reference to 2 athletes, Athletes 1 and Athletes 2, by comparing information from Blessing Okagbare's doping case, which resulted in a cumulative 11-year ban for her last year. The Athletics Integrity Unit concluded that Athlete 1 was Blessing Okagbare, and following an interview with her Nigerian teammate Oduduru in May 2022, the AIU concluded that Oduduru was Athlete 2. So, trackies, you're hearing this was a criminal investigation into someone called Eric Lira, who was guilty of providing performance-enhancing drugs to Olympic athletes, and he named in his case Athlete 1 and Athlete 2, which turned out to be Blessing Okagbare and Divine Oduduru. Now, trackies, in continuing, the AIU had this to say: "We are pleased with the outcome of this matter, given its particularly grievous nature, exposing the sinister collusion between athletes and other persons in deliberate plans to corrupt athletics at its highest level. On this occasion, we are grateful for the assistance from the United States Anti-Doping Agency and the United States Department of Justice, whose legal reach provided vital evidence which helped in this matter as well as in our case against Blessing Okagbare last year." The panel found Oduduru guilty of possession of a prohibited substance or a prohibited method and of the attempted use of a prohibited substance or a prohibited method, together treated as a single first violation. Oduduru received a mandatory 4-year ban for the combined violation with an additional 2 years for aggravating circumstances After the panel determined there was justification for increasing the period of ineligibility due to the athlete having multiple non-specified prohibited substances which he attempted to use in the lead up to the World Athletics competitions and the Tokyo Olympic Games. So this is in leading up to 2021 Olympic Games and of course 2022 World Championships. Now, Chakis, this is exactly how this scheme worked. To procure those substances, he engaged into a scheme with his teammate, who in her turn was procuring those substances on his behalf from a person who was illegally bringing them to the US in order to distribute among athletes with the aim to improve their sport performance, thus influencing unfairly the outcome of athletic competitions, including the major ones. The panel considers this behavior to be particularly serious. Now, Chakis, in light of everything I just said and how grievous the situation is, Oduduru, who turned 27 on the 7th of October, maintained his innocence despite overwhelming evidence against him. At the core of the AIU's case were WhatsApp messages between Okagbare and Lira, which revealed Okagbare soliciting prohibited substances on Oduduru's behalf, and photographic evidence of multiple prohibited substances discovered in Oduduru's Florida apartment. You hear that, Trackies? WhatsApp again. How many people do we know in Jamaica have been caught because of WhatsApp? Well, WhatsApp strikes again, Trackies. So they were procuring these illegal substances, or Okagbare was procuring these illegal substances on behalf of Oduduru. Now, the prohibited substances found in Oduduru's apartment were 2 boxes of human growth hormone and 2 boxes of EPO. According to testimony, one of the boxes of EPO was opened and had only one of the 6 vials remaining. Also discovered in the apartment was an opened U.S. Postal Service envelope containing Zerendip addressed to Okagbare and with Lyra labeled as the sender. Wow, Trackies, that plot certainly thickened. Now, the panel found it to be an extraordinary coincidence that all the prohibited substances found in the athlete's apartment were precisely those requested from Mr. Lira by Miss Okagbare for her and Divine, specifying that she had to give to Divine his stuff too, and for which she tested positive EPO and HGH. Given the prohibited substances found in Oduduru's apartment, when and where they were found, and the fact that he had exclusive control of the apartment, the panel concluded that Oduduru was in constructive possession of the prohibited substance. Now, Trackies, there you have it. The 17-year ban for 2 athletes, 11 for Blessing Okagbare, and of course 6 for Divine Oduduru in this criminal investigation. Now, Trackies, I'm not gonna lie, when I heard the details, or when I initially read the details concerning this matter, it kind of brought me back to the situation with Toby Amasan and why they went so hard in terms of investigating her in such a manner. Trackies, which seemed as though she was just guilty by association, and in this case, clearly the association being Team Nigeria. Anyway, Trackies, sound off in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. What do you make of this whole debacle? Like the video, of course, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.